Hopping in to year number 6, a big year for the FBA. First pick in the draft, Luke Forrest, great prospect at 7'3", and he'll be the main guy out of this draft class you want to watch out for. As a trade happened where Ace Alford got traded to the Desperados to move up in the draft, but the Shine got rid of all their best players in that trade. Then a little overview here of who got drafted and where they went. Then some of the free agents that will be available this year, and this is where they all signed to. A little bit of movement, but most of the stars stayed. And then here's a quick overview of every team going into the year. Got the Desperados here. It's a little fast, but kind of just get you the gist of their rosters. There's the Fame, who have Shaden Sharp, who's looking to have a big year. As we start to wrap up the rosters now, talk about jersey redesign. So now every team has the FBA clothing logo on the top right shoulder, has the FBA logo on the waistband, and the FBA logo on the back of their jersey. And then here's the Vibes new jersey for this year. They had a little bit of a rebrand with more of the black with their logo. And then as you can see here's the Breeze in their top left corner. The defending champs will have a championship logo with them throughout the whole year. Now here's a little look at the upcoming prospects for next year as we hop into opening night. First game, we got the defending champions Chicago Breeze versus the Dallas Desperados, who just acquired Ace Alford in that trade from New York Shine. So it looks to be a good game to kick our season off. Here's our look at the starting lineups for these teams. And we get toready to tip off FBA Season 6, Chicago versus Dallas. We cut to towards the end of the game. Chicago's up by 7 with 50 seconds to go. But Jameson is at the free throw line and knocks both of them down. Chicago's pushing it up the court. Carrington throws it. Jaime Jaquez with the steal. Gives it up the court. Gilliard for 3. 2-point game. Difference of 7 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Ooh, good back cut by Scoot. Dallas won't look to foul. Misses the left-handed layup. Timeout, Dallas. They'll have a chance to tie or take the lead here. Where do they go? They go to Ace after trading for him his first game as a Desperado. They give the ball to him. Jaime Jaquez, pump fake, drives, ties the ball game up. We're tied at 95 in Game 1 of FBA Year 6. Scoot with a chance to win the game. Trying to defend that title that Chicago Breeze finally were able to win in Year 5. Here we go. Sizing them up. Step back. No good. Desperado full court heave. It won't go as we'll head to overtime in the first game of Year 6. And in overtime, it continues to be tight. Dallas up by 1 with a minute 30 left. But Scoot puts the Breeze up by 1. Jamison step back, kicks it out to Bona. Rebound Carrington, pushing it up the court. Gets the ball to the former MVP multiple time, Scoot Henderson. Can he put together another great year? And can he start it off with this game? Pulling the 3 after 3 pump fakes. Breeze up by 4. And Dallas will be forced to take a timeout and talk about it. They need to score here. Oh, Scoot can't get the steal. And the foul called. Scoot Henderson gambled, but could not get the steal. He hits both free throws, making it a 2-point game. Can this be the dagger? Scoot, step back 3. Rebound, Gilliard. Lobs it, but stolen by Garuba. Can't get the lob through the defense's hands. And Dallas will be forced to foul one more time to send Chicago to the free throw line. If they can inbound it, eventually they do. Need one more to make it a 2-possession game. And does. And the rest went on to be a free throw shooting battle. Chicago pulls up a 3 led by Phillips and Scoot. And Jaime Jaquez with a similar performance. As we go to another opening night game, we got the Miami Vibe versus the Indiana Checkers at a tied at 91 with a minute 40. The Vibe have the number 1 pick in the draft, and they took Luke Forrest, and they also have Brian Wesley, who's a former Rookie of the Year. So they have a good young roster. Can they get a win on opening night? Maybe prove themselves as one of the up-and-coming teams of the FBA League as they try to beat the Checkers here tonight. Offensive rebound, bounces around, Castle gets the ball back. Pump fakes, fade away. Tie ball game. Nick Smith Jr. getting creative. And it's good. With a little kiss to the Checkers crowd. Vibe up by 3. Stephen Castle, though, rattles it home. Gets the first. Make it a 3-point game going into the final minute. and Nick Smith gets it. Is Indiana going to go for the 3 or the 2? But they go for the turnover. Brian Wesley up the court gets the foul. No foul, but gets the bucket. A little bit of contact there. Refs didn't seem to call it. Stephen Castle's trying to get it back. Doesn't get it to fall. And the Vibe have control of this game, as they will go on to win 105-97. Devin Carter, 16 points, led the checkers, and 26 by Nick Smith. And now with the random event generator created by Celtic and ATD, we've added these throughout the year. So our random event for the month of November was that Oscar Mogbo has decided that he will retire at the end of the year from coaching the Chicago Breeze. Now we head into another close matchup here between two of the top teams in the FBA. We have the Chicago Breeze versus Denver Apex, tied up at 70 until now. Bagarich, who's been a young star in this league, winning 2 championships already, passes the ball around, with Denver losing by 1. This matchup is between the 2 former champions of the last 2 years. So a lot on the line here with pride. Scoot Henderson puts it in over Bagarich, 2 former finals MVPs. But Macy, with the left hand, can't get it to go. Phillips is going to push it up the court. Spin move 3. What a shot. And that will lead the Chicago Breeze to an 82-74 win. And 36 points from Terry Phillips to win. Now we go to our scenario for the month of December. The Portland Evergreens decided to sign the highest overall free agent at an 80 overall, Horace Galloway, to a 2-year contract. And then we'll go to this next scenario in January, where Scottie Pippen Jr. has been a spark off the bench for Atlanta all this year. He had received boosts to his shooting attributes and tendencies. Now some CPU trades I will show you that have happened in the league, with the Moose and Checkers doing a swap trade. There's some picks being thrown around. So these were all done by the computer naturally in the MyNBA. And that will lead to the trade deadline, where we have head coach Greg Mann and GM Dwight Thompson of the Minnesota Glazers came to a disagreement around trades at the deadline. Head coach Greg Mann was fired after a heated argument, and big man coach Brian Bailey was hired as interim head coach for the year. As well as the buying Pittsburgh Pumas trade their 2030 first-round pick for Darius Baisley and 2032 first-round lottery-protected pick from the Surf. In February, Alonzo Walker for the Detroit Motors punched a wall in frustration after a loss. He will now miss 30 days with a hand injury. Now a quick look at the East All-Stars and the West All-Stars. As in the game, the Eastern Conference won 87-73, with the All-Star MVP being awarded to Brevin Shaw of the Pittsburgh Pumas. And in March, Nick Richards of the Alaska Polar Bears broke his knee in an accident off the court and will miss 30 days with an injury. And going into the last week of the season, here's how the standings are shaping up heading into the playoffs and the wild card round. And for our scenario for the month of April, Dion Valentine of the Seattle Shower is out the last week of the season after suffering food poisoning from a local Seattle restaurant. We got a good matchup here in the last week of the season. High versus Polar Bears, 2 top of Western Conference teams going at it. High were in the finals last year, looking to get back there. And Alaska won the championship in year 2 of the FBA and looking to get another ring for Alaska and possibly become the first team to win 2 championships. Carr has the ball top of the key, gets downhill, left-handed finish, just a 1-point game. Watson for 3. Rebound. Green gets the ball to Carr as he brings it up the floor. Looking to get a set play run with only 27 seconds left. Gets downhill. No foul, but gets the bucket. Alaska up by 1. Zach Carr with a nice finish off the glass. Can the Hive respond? Don Little runs off the screens. Watson's going to get the screen for 3. Bang! It's good. Salt Lake up by 2. Does Alaska have anything in response? Zach Carr receives the screen, rolls off 3. Green couldn't get the putback, and Salt Lake wins. And a great matchup. Jalen Tyson leads Alaska with 22 points, and Hive put around a good, well-teamed performance. As we hop into New York versus Dallas, 1-point game, not much at stake, but with a chance to win the game. Trying to get to the paint, Brooks, but he ain't got nothing. He's gonna pull it out. Maybe Eklund, their best player, can get something done, but he passes away. Gets it to Stevens. He gets blocked. Stevens gets the ball back. Dribbles mid-range, contested. It's good. The New York Shine go on to win. Possibly, if they can get a stop here. Ace Alford, way far away from the basket. No way that was going in. And the Shine finally have something to smile about as they win by 1 point, led by Eklund and the great shot at the end. Now, MVP of the year, Scoot Henderson. Rookie of the year, Luke Forrest. 6-man Trey Murphy. Milos won defensive player. Most improved went to Griffin. Clutch player went to Scoot as he put up another great year. And the best team was the Fame. Here's a look at all the All-FBA teams and the All-Rookie and All-Defensive teams. Things such as that. Now here's some points leaders. We got Scoot, rebound leaders, Saloon, I don't know how to pronounce that. Milos with rebounds, assists went to Richie James. Cason Wallace with 2 steals a game. Darius Baisley, who was part of that trade to the Pumas. And here's a look at the playoff bracket. And with that, I'll see you on the next episode. Hop into year 6 of the FBA playoffs.